It's Sunday the 14th of March. I'm at home today doing some bits in the garden, and I'm doing some of that sort of vegetable prep I was talking about last week. So I've been going through my seeds, and I've got a pile of seeds that I want to get planted this week, sown in pots. And I've also last night popped to B&Q and got another couple of seed. I've got a seed tray that comes with a tray underneath and a plastic top, so I can put these smaller ones. So I'll have a look through my seeds and what's best suited to sort of small little pots. And I bought this propagator. So in our front of our house, we've got a front door and a little space there that gets quite warm. It's got sort of glass, quite a lot of glass. So at the moment I've got one of these out there with tomatoes in that are just poking their heads up. The other ones, I've got a few of these in the shed, but a lot of them have broken over the years. They're really old actually. They're probably 10 years old or something. So they're sort of cracked up and things. So I thought I'd buy a new one. It at least gives me a few things going. And in this I'll put pots, so sort of 7 or 9 centimetre pots for things like the courgettes. So I've got that one and I've got that one. These are quite nice little cheap set, but I bought one last year and I made a mistake of leaving it in the garden over winter, and it's all cracked. The thin plastic doesn't last, so I have to make sure I put that away in the garage or something this year. But it's a good, nice little cheap set to get going. These are a bit better, good for the bigger pots. In terms of seeds this week, I've already planted some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes and some larger tomatoes. Did that last weekend. So I picked out a few more that are ready to sow indoors now. So I've got some kale, some sunflowers, got courgettes, I've got those ones, and there's some other ones in here somewhere. Just behind here, I think. It's hiding there, yeah. So I've got the yellow ones, the green courgettes. I've got some sweet peas, more kale, which is a dwarf variety. Some of the mini pop sweet corn, some normal big sweet corn like that we grew last year, and I've got some pumpkin. So I'm going to go and get some pots out the garden and see what will go in this smaller propagator. And I'm going to sow all these today, or at least try to get for a few of them. I might do so with the courgette. I'll probably do, these have got 12 seeds in each, so I might do something like 3 of each today, and then next week do another 3, just so see how they get on, see where the frosts land this year. See if they come up. So you only ideally want probably 2 of each of these actually grown on, and I'll grow another couple to give away to other people. And I always like to have a couple spare, because you always get one plant that doesn't quite grow very nicely or doesn't last very well. So I'll do a couple this week of each, and then perhaps do another couple week or two's time. See how we get on. Sweet corn, how many's in there? There's 25 in there. So I'll probably do, I think last year, we have 9 in each bed, so we had 18 in total. And a lot of them, not all of them came up or lasted all the way. So perhaps do half this week, and then give it a couple of weeks. I think I've got quite a long time still to sow them if I need to. So that's good. So I'm going to go and grab some little pots out of the garden, fill them with compost, and I'll label them all up. A lot of these have got little labels in them, so that's quite useful. And I'll show you what I've planted. So I've put all the seeds in the pots. So I've got 3 of the green courgettes and 3 of the yellow, the golden ones, and I've labelled those up. I've put them in our front porch where it's nice and sunny, so it's nice and bright in here and quite warm. So I've got those, and these are the tomatoes I did last weekend. So I'll give these a little water again in a minute. But there's a few little tomatoes coming up, there's a few little bits. So them ones are the cherry tomatoes, and these ones, no, I don't think any of these have come up yet. These are the bigger tomatoes. So we've got those in. There are our first seeds going inside this year. I've sown the 2 types of kale, the purple and green kale, in this propagator. I've watered them all in, covered them over with a thin layer of compost. There's obviously a lot in there. There's, 20 of each type, little cells. So obviously that is a huge amount of kale. We do eat a lot of kale. With our rabbit and guinea pig eat kale pretty much every day. And we eat kale in smoothies and in various meals and things. So we do like kale a lot. Obviously that would take up a huge amount of space. So we'll have to see what space we've got in the allotment and garden. We are hoping to get some more space at the allotment, depending on, there's a couple of people who are probably going to leave. And one of them's got a really nice plot they've had for a long time. So if we could get hold of that, it'd be really good. A lot of nice space. So I'm sort of sowing a little bit extra in case we do get that space, but I'm not sure yet. But we can always give it to other people anyway, and the seeds come in huge packet with kale for some reason. Yeah, so I've sown them, see how they get on. So yeah, so we've got a kale, got our courgettes, got our tomatoes going. Now I'm going to go and find, I've got some more pots, see if I've got some more trays I can put pots on. And I'll see what else we can sow today. So the last seeds I'm going to sow today, I've sown these 6 pots of sweet peas, these nice white variety. I've not grown these before, so it's a bit of an experiment. And I'm going to find somewhere to plant them. I don't want to take up much of the bed space for flowers, but I'll perhaps grow them near the back of the allotment, perhaps make something there for them. I just thought they'd be pretty to have around. Yeah, so I ran out of room in the porch, but I'm going to put these probably on my office windowsill upstairs. I've already got the potatoes chitting up there, so I'll make a little hole for them on the end in the windowsill. I'll get lots of nice light there. So that's the seeds I've planted today. I'm going to go and find some more pots and clean them up. I'm ready for another day. I've got these ones left. So I've got the sweet corns left and the pumpkins and the sunflowers. So we've still got time, quite a bit of time to plant these things. Yeah, we've still got a good month and a half still, 2 months. So no massive rush. Yeah, so I'll perhaps do these next weekend. I'll go and find some more pots and trays and clean them all up, and yeah, get them in next week. Hope you enjoyed watching that, seeing what I'm planting at the moment. Be interested to see what everyone else is sowing, whether, I know some people with greenhouses are well away with their tomatoes already. They're all up and going. Some people are talking about just doing it. Yeah, it's interesting to see what everyone does, different times. Yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that, and hope you're all well, and I'll see you soon.